No! Are you kidding me? So this is my current view. Things happened. Things that happened that I'm not proud of. Oh my goodness, guys. So, spawn, by the way, in my new 1.18 world. It's an ocean. Yeah, it's right over, you see that island right there? Yeah, it's about, oh, I would say 30 blocks out from that. You just spawn right directly in the ocean. So gotta love that. But I was just briefly going around my world to try and load in some of the blocks because the lag has been real as I've been going around, and I wanted to show you guys without too much of the lag. Well, somehow all I'm doing is coming down to land on a flat surface, and either my health was low and I didn't realize my health was low, or something else, because all of a sudden I was dead. And that's quite a ways away from home. Of course, I hadn't slept in a bed at all, and so here I am in the middle of nighttime, floating around in an ocean with nothing, absolutely nothing, and have to try and figure out how to get back to my base to get anything that I would need. So this is my current situation. I just thought I'd share, because, yeah, just floating away here in the nighttime on the ocean, because spawn is in an ocean. Was this a good idea for me to actually use this seed as my season 2 of my Let's Build series? Only time will tell. And unfortunately, with that big blow up back there, somehow I feel like I'm gonna die again. Should just like wait out the nighttime in a hidey hole, because this is gonna be a little ridiculous. One more hit and I'm gone. And now it's raining, because that's just the best. And that's a skeleton. And I've just successfully gone, I think, in a circle. This is starting out to be a great first episode, guys. I have nothing, and I'm almost dead. And now I'm in a hole where I hope nothing will spawn in. I'm gonna wait out nighttime. I'll catch you guys on the other side. Well, guys, I made it back. And we got all our stuff. So a little happy about that. Oh my goodness, that was the craziest start to season 2 of 1.18. I have to admit though, I really love this area. I had plans for an area similar to like this in the Northern Lights SMP. So I'm kind of excited that there's one here, and I'm gonna take the coordinates down and maybe one day we'll come over here and actually build something cool up. But now that I have my stuff and I've slept the night away, I am going to head back home and we will have a proper introduction to 1.18 in season 2. So as I'm sure you guys have already seen, I died and we found our new spawn point, which is in the dead center of an ocean. So good chance I'm going to decide to slightly move that spawn point over to the small island of like 10 blocks or whatever. Just so we don't, if we die and we end up back at spawn, we're not in the middle of the ocean. So I might do that. However, this is also a building series, so I might actually just try and build a ship where spawn point would be and try it out that way, because I think that could be a unique way to do it, and then you don't have to load into the ocean and go through the difficulties and struggles that I just went to. But as you've noticed, I have all my gear back, which is amazing. And I have seen some pretty incredible sights already here in the world of the 1.18 variety, and I'm super excited. So one of the things I wanted to do in this episode, here in the start of season 2, was to kind of take you guys around and show you a little bit of how the world has changed. So you guys have already obviously seen me where I died, and the cool kind of mountain range over there, and a little bit of spawn point. So at this point, I'm gonna quick sleep, and then I thought maybe let's go up on the roof of the Nether and try out some of the portals that I had created and maybe see where they lead. See what is created on the other side. I'm hoping this is not going to be a dangerous excavation, but it certainly might be. And then I thought maybe we'd do a little exploration here just around our kind of home base, because there's been a lot of changes. As you can see, no more mountains behind me. Just these little ones that we had to keep. So there's a good chance I'm going to try and shave off a lot of that, so it's not quite as like jagged and that kind of thing. But I am so excited, guys. 1.18, new season, new builds. It's going to be amazing. So let me sleep and we will get on our little bit of a tour. Actually, just going to quick jump back on here. I've just slept and I know I said let's go to the portals first. But you know what? I'm going to show you around here first because I think that's going to be a little bit more interesting. I mean, actually, I think both are going to be interesting. Don't get me wrong. But let's just show you kind of how the terrain has changed because it's changed quite a bit. Not just the fact that these mountains are no longer here, but water is so much closer. So if we go behind the military base here, as you can see, lots more water locations. Even like beach, like this used to be... I'm just gonna land, hopefully not die this time. So back here used to be a big spruce forest, taiga, and now we have a little bit of a meadow. I think that's what that one is called. And we have a lot of water and some beaches, and I'm pretty sure this turns into an ocean back here, which is actually really cool because ocean before was quite a ways away. So I'm excited about that change. That's going to be really nice, and it might mean that we will have an ocean monument closer that we can tackle and actually, you know, make a farm out of. I think it could be really cool. And look at that. I had not come over this far yet. There's a ship right there out of the water. That's amazing. I know over by where I spawned in, like at spawn point, there was another ship very close to spawn. So that's super sweet, and it even looks like it's full. We'll have to come back to that. So now over here, as you can see, we got the military base there and the balloon silhouette. Now my render distance is down to, I think it's 11 or 12, just because my computer's not handling all the loading of new chunks. So it is down a little bit lower than I normally play in. But this is where our village used to be. You used to be able to see it right there because this is our spider farm. And it's gone, completely gone. But it is not that far away, and I mean, obviously it's going to be a different village with different villagers and the like, but it is not that far away, and I still have plans to redo it. So yeah, so this area kind of moves into a forested area, but there is the ruined portal still here, I believe. Yeah, it's back here in the corner. So there is still the ruined portal that was here at the village anyways. Again, it has moved slightly. And there's really nothing of interest there. So that's there as well, and more lava. So we can always come back here, and we got a little bee's nest, which is actually going to be awesome because I definitely want to make a bee farm at some point so we can get lots of wax and candles and use a lot of copper in our builds, because that's something I have not really utilized except for in the blacksmith. So if we start flying over this way, as should come into focus very shortly. Yes, right here. So this is where the village is now. So our place is right there, and there's some more water and plains, and the village is on this side, which I think in a sense might even be better because really you can't see it from my base. You do have to go over a little bit, and I think you could build this up to a really cool little town in some type of theme or other. So I haven't actually looked through this town yet. I knew it was here because I had tried to load up some of the chunks so we didn't have as much lag, but I had not actually like looked through the houses. Of course, there's probably not going to be that much stuff. I mean, hay bales would be nice, so I'd be happy to take some of those, but I think we still have a fair amount. We do have a librarian. He has poor trade, so we'll just ignore him, and we have villager and librarians of our own. So we have another villager there. So it's actually, I feel like this is a larger village than what was over at the other side. So I'm kind of excited to remake this into something new. Now it's more hilly than I would like, even though it's on a plains. So there probably would have to be a lot of terraforming, but I want to get better at it. So what better way to do it than to just start? This is a weird building. Is that one of the things? I haven't seen a single chest in this village. Is that a bug in the new update so far? That might be a bug. Let me know if you've heard of that bug. If it is one, I don't know. But anyway, so this is our village that, yes, I have every intention to redo. And we'll see when that actually happens. But there is a lot of goals that I have for this season. And one of them is to remake this village. And I'm excited to do that. We will see how it goes. So one of the other neat areas, as you can see, that's the farm silo in the greenhouse. But there is this windswept savanna, which I know is super tiny, but it's also kind of a neat little area of just savanna in the middle of forested areas and plains. So I think that's a unique feature of this world, just having like little bits and pieces of different biomes in areas like this. So this is kind of everything that is around my current base. So most of it is forest and is plains. Now, as you go in each direction, there's obviously different things. So the ocean is right here, and it's also like a warm ocean, which is kind of nice. And again, lag of things loading in. But yeah, a lot of forested area, which is why I was talking about before having to switch up my idea of what I'm going to be building for my Bega base. And I have a few in mind, but if anybody has any thoughts in their mind, I'm happy to entertain them and see what we can make together, because I think that could be really fun. I was thinking of like a big castle kind of base idea, but I'm also game for more of an abstract kind of base in a sense. And I don't know what that means or what it looks like yet, but as I was saying in the world tour, this build right here, I built from a concept art. And that was so fun to create a build by looking at another picture, because it's not exactly the same, but using the elements within, because in the picture there was like a thatched roof, which is why I used the sandstone. And there was a log coming out as one of the entrances, so that's why I used the spruce wood. So kind of utilizing those type of things and using the concept art to create something pretty amazing. So yeah, I'm really excited to start building up our mega base to finish off our military base, which is going to be super cool because like it's going to be our industrial unit. So any more farms that I need, I'm going to try and plug into there within reason. Obviously, you know, like the bee farm, I think kind of looks better within the starter area. But overall, keeping this world, I think, has been a good choice. Like, we can go up and we can look through some of the portals and just see kind of where they end up around the world. The other piece besides the starter base that we did end up keeping was the stronghold, just because I didn't want to go and look for another one. So we did keep that one intact so I could go back to the end whenever I needed to. But I'm happy with what I've seen so far in this world, and I'm excited, really excited to do more exploring with you guys. So I am going to go and get rid of a little bit more stuff in my inventory and go through some of the portals on the roof and see where they take us. And we're back, guys. It's a couple days later IRL, and you know what? Let's just go for it. Now, I do have a few torches here because somehow I feel like going through some of these portals might be a little dangerous. So we are going to come prepared. We got some coal, we got some more sticks, so if I need to make more, and we have a bunch of food. So I am gonna jump through this portal and let's go see where it takes us. Well, I mean, we know where this one takes us. Let's go see where some of the other portals take us. So originally this was our mesa down this direction. Yeah, I have great directions up here. I really need to make this better. This was our desert down that way. That's why these blocks are here. This is our end portal in this generalized direction. Of course, that one has not changed. This was the jungle that we had outside of the flower forest. And this one with the spruce is actually our Christmas village. So we're not going to go down that one because we know where that one goes to. And then this was ice biome. So I think we're just going to start over here with the desert, and we are going to go down this direction and see what happens. Let's jump through this portal. So this used to be the desert, and now it looks like it's just a regular forested area. Sorry for the lag. So that's the portal right there, and on this side is open to the sky dripstone cave. That's pretty epic. Right, so it's right outside of a meadow, which is actually kind of cool. So we're not going to explore very far away from each of the portals. I just kind of want to know in general what is actually located in these areas. So I wanted to make signs so that I could actually like label what these portals are. So this looks like a huge meadow mountain range with some plains, which is actually a really unique spot, I have to say. And then of course that dripstone cave on the other side. This is very pretty. I really like the meadows. This is so cool. Hey everyone. Unfortunately, as you can see, we're in a gorgeous lush cave. And you may wonder why, because last we left off, we were just finishing up in a meadow. Well, unfortunately, for some reason, my video did not properly save or whatever the case may be, and so I have none of the footage of all the other portals that I went through. And it seems kind of silly to try and re-record, you know, where we went and all that kind of stuff and see it for the first time with you guys again when I've already seen it. So here we are in this gorgeous lush cave, and we have found some amazing stuff in here. First off, we have some spore blossoms, which I have grabbed a couple of. Also the small drip leaf, I did get some of that as well, which is awesome because we did not have any before. I don't even think we had any drip leaf in general, so grabbing those things is amazing. Up above us is a taiga, and there was, I think, 4 or 5 azalea trees on the surface. So I just dug down from one and then just walked down over here. But I did explore this area a little bit, and we found some epic loot. Not only just the spore blossom or the baby drip leaf, we found the new music disc. That's right, I couldn't believe it. Like, I knew it was, you were able to find it in dungeons, but honestly, I was not expecting it at all. But we did. We got the new music disc, the Lena Rain Other Side music disc. There was a skeleton spawner dungeon over that way somewhere. And yeah, it was in the chest. So I'm super excited about that. So yeah, so that's kind of my story about this area. It's gorgeous. I love these lush caves so much. Now, there is some diamonds down here. I don't really want to go get them right now because it's dark and it's scary and there's a lot of mobs. But as you can see, there's quite a few. And that is really exciting. I look forward to exploring some of these new caves at some point. Maybe we can do that in an episode. But I think for now, we're going to move on from here. We have seen all what's on the other side of all the nether portals, so I will either decide to take you guys through them again and just show on camera what it actually is, or I will just explain it as we are going by. So I will see you guys in a moment. So this portal was the first one that we went through, so of course it is the mountain meadow and open air dripstone cave. I know the quality of the footage is a little bit bad just with the lag, but that is what this one goes to. And this one used to be the mesa. It is now opening up into just a large cave at y-3. So I don't know what's on the surface. There was no way I was going to dig up to the surface, so we probably won't go back to this one very often. I mean, maybe if I need to do some mining or we want to explore some of the big caves. So this one here used to be the ice area that I've come to a couple of times. It is actually still an icy location. You spawn in on top of icebergs and the like, on like in an ocean, and there's snowy taiga all around. There's also a lot of polar bears, which yeah, was not great, because there was one with a baby, well, 2 babies actually. So I tried to steer very far away. The other thing that is at this area, which I didn't write on this sign, is there is a boat, and it's just on its side, but it looks like it's a full boat except for its masts. So that's kind of the tour of some of the new and notable places around this area. So what do you guys think? I know obviously with the footage that wasn't recorded, you weren't able to see everything that I saw, but I know for sure that my favorite spot was at Lush Cave. That was incredible, and finding the new music disc, I never imagined, so super happy about that. So I think we're going to end off the episode here. I know there's been no building in this episode, but there is so much to explore, and I'm very excited. From the areas that you guys did see, what are your thoughts? Should I move shop from here and build a big base in a further away location, or should I pick one of the areas around my starter location to build up my base? Let me know in those comments, and I look forwards to another video with you guys very soon. So if you like this content, don't forget to hit that like button, and if you're new, I'd love if you would subscribe, and I will catch you in the next episode. Bye for now.